Welcome to Ancient Alien Answers. Please subscribe now and ring the bell for notification. It's free, and we can continue to bring you new information. Today, we explore the Great Pyramid, not built by slaves and not built by man. Built as a beacon or lighthouse pointing the way. Not only to the stars, but direct lines to important biblical locations. Not originally built on an energy grid, simple navigation was the motivation. And the Great Pyramid was the last in a series of 3 highways. Each destroyed in a global disaster. Each highway built by a separate entity, utilizing their special abilities. Join us now as we explore the ancient highway theory. Earth, approximately 450,000 years in our past. According to ancient Sumerian texts, we were visited by an alien race known as the Anunnaki. They splashed down to Earth and set up the first settlement in a place we know as Eridu. Soon, other locations were built as they began to expand their occupation, each following a basic, easily navigated course across the face of the planet, which included some of our most ancient sites. Eventually, other locations were established, but the original highway was still important as it became a part of what we call now the 30th parallel. But nothing lasts forever, and the Earth moves in cycles. A terrible cataclysm threatened the existence of all life on planet Earth. An intense bombardment of meteors awakened by the passing of Nibiru through the asteroid belt, known to them as the Hammered Bracelet. Every 500 years, the planets align, which alone causes no danger. However, if this alignment coincides with the passing of Nibiru, the combined magnetic force draws the planet off course. This awakened what they called a great fiery dragon. At the last moment, our moon, the savior, stepped in front to save the Earth. At this point, Ea, or Enki, departed for the moon to survey the damage. He and his son Marduk named the constellations while they were there. This was the perfect vantage point, otherwise someone would have had to travel to both hemispheres to achieve this. 12 constellations were named in each section: the Way of Anu, the Way of Enlil, and the Way of Enki. While Enki was away, Enlil, Enki's brother, began to rebuild. Enlil was a military commander and administrator, therefore approached things differently. Enlil designated, as on circles by their places in distance, the old cities were located, like an arrow from the lower sea toward the mountains pointing they were arrayed. A line on the twin peaks of Arata to the skies in the north reaching, he drew. Where the pointing arrow, the Arata line intersected, the place for Cyper, the earth's place of the chariots, he marked out. To it, the arrow directly led. It, from Nibiru was by an equal circle, precisely located. This was a military design by a military commander. Important locations surrounded by cities that could come to each other's aid if attacked. And even the two sister cities, Gobekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe, built as granaries, fall into the new design. But nothing lasts forever, and the earth moves in cycles. The great deluge was coming. Once again, the alignment of the planets drew Nibiru off course. The gravity force caused the ice sheet of Antarctica to slide off, crack like an eggshell, and fall into the ocean. This caused water displacement on a grand scale. Giant waves were sent devouring everything in its path. A giant tsunami engulfed the planet from below. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And when the lands dried out, it was time to rebuild. Mount Ararat, Mount Sinai, where additional landing places were needed, artificial mountains were built. As you can see, they emulated familiar surroundings. This new highway was built by Ningishita, or Thoth, a highly intelligent being. On a tablet, the image of smooth-sided skyward rising peaks for them he drew. Let them as beacons serve. In a precise location, the peak that was its twin he placed. With galleries and chambers for pulsating crystals, he designed it. The power of all the crystals to the heavens in a beam it focused. Ecure, house which like a mountain is. In the peninsula by the Anunnaki chosen, the heavenly ways of Anu and Enlil on earth were reflected, the 30th parallel. Let the new place of the chariots precisely on that boundary be located. Let the heart of the plains, the heavens, reflect. According to the Orion Mystery by author Robert Bauval and Adrian Gilbert, the air shafts of the Great Pyramid point to the stars. Let's take it further. The angles of the air shafts in the main chamber, when placed on a map, lead directly to Mount Ararat and Mount Sinai. Let the landing place in the Cedar Mountains be a part of the facilities. Now, let's add the air shafts from the Queen's Chamber. These are some of the iconic locations that fall in the path of the new highway. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe now and ring the bell for notification, and we can continue to bring you new information.